tweet Nicki Minaj, Nicki Minaj, Nicki Minaj, Nicki Minaj, Nicki Minaj. Okay,
Who
what else? I
cares?
know. I'm just like, why do I keep seeing these pictures?
The trashy photos.
Why?
Next. Like,
Why do I follow you people? Unfollow. Stop retweeting. Thanks.
it's like she ain't even all the way naked. What's so impressive?
I know.
Like,
Oh, honey, and no, like, and then somebody posted a video of like Eve talking about some. Hey, I respect her, but girl, don't you have a whole sex tape with Stevie J? If you don't get out of here. Mm.
I don't know what till end conversation I just came in on, but dang, I
we
hate I
was
missed the beginning of it.
we was talking about half naked hoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I missed it. But if y'all are ready, we're gonna start.
We
Okay, I'm
ready.
ready.
All right, in three, two, one. Hello, and welcome to episode 160 of the WrassleCast. I'm your host, Don Delarente, and I'm joined, as always, by my SmackDown Matters correspondent, Miss Didi Jonay.
Hey, friend.
Hey, friend, how's it been going?
I mean, it's alright. It's alright.
That's good. That's good.
I
We're
got
ready.
complaints, but I've decided to let the spirit of Festivus leave me, and I won't speak on my grievances.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
know that WMATA can kiss the entirety of my ass, and I'll leave it there.
All right. And tonight we are joined by our special first-time guest, Miss Angelina. How you doing, Angelina?
Hello. I am doing very, very well. How are you all tonight?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Let the people know your Twitter handle so they can follow you on Twitter.
My Twitter handle is FNAEFFIN underscore A. You could just find me on WrassleCast, every Monday and Tuesday, faithfully, talking trash.
And
That's usually where I'm at.
we appreciate you supporting the hashtags and being a member of the Globe.
Thank you.
So before we get started, just want to remind everybody that the WrassleCast is brought to you by CSPN. You can find us on www.cspn.us. You can also find us on WrassleCast.tumblr.com. You can also find us on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher Radio. And we can also be found on any app that you can use to download and listen and subscribe to podcasts. Now, Angelina, as our first time guest, of course, you have to give us your origin story with professional wrestling, like who you grew up watching, some of your favorites when you were younger, and some of your favorites now.
All right. Well, my father and my brother actually were the ones that got me into wrestling because I swear everyone thought that I was going to be a little boy. Um, I went to my first actual live event. I went to SummerSlam. I was 4 years old, but I don't want to tell you what year it was. Um, as a kid, all right, well, fine. I'm going to throw it out there. I was a Hulkamaniac, but then, I grew up quick and Shawn Michaels became Bay. So what
Mm-hmm.
can I say? It's still forever and always a fan of HBK. Um, and just the usual Undertaker, definitely. I do love me some Razor Ramon. I cannot deny it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and now I love Finn Balor. Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
obsessed. But it's like lust stuff, those thirst trap wrestlers. I kind of have an affinity for those Usos. I
Yes.
got a type. You know what I'm saying? But no, but yeah, technical wrestlers too, like Ric Flair. Like I'm obsessed with him. 30 for 30 was awesome, by the way. I finally
Mm-hmm.
watched it like the next day because had to be in bed early. But yeah, just I'm all around. I usually like everyone. This I'm not generally like one of those people like I can't stand certain people, but it's just one or two.
Really?
Yeah,
Which
like it's just
which
certain
ones?
people. Like I just like ah
Like whomst?
hmm. All right, well maybe I do have a list. It's usually like right now like I can't with the whole like I can't with Sami Zayn. I cannot. I don't know what it is. I can't. Like I can't.
Gingers
I
are
can.
so disrespected in America.
I don't see it for Baron Corbin. I feel like I get
Okay.
sleepy when I see him. Carmella
Fair.
just gets on my nerves. I'm from Jersey, so you could see how that's an issue for me. Like, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, girl, just stop. Pump the brakes with the leopard. I mean, you know, just very few.
All right. Well, Angelina, we're very glad to have you here. It's first time guest on the WrassleCast. This week, I don't really have any news as I try to scour my brain and think if I heard anything just through the internet this week. I don't really
Ellsworth.
have anything. Yeah, yeah. James Ellsworth breaking today. James Ellsworth got released. Thank you.
Deuces.
What?
Deuces. Hello. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, bye, girl. We ain't
Wait a
had time for you
minute.
anyway.
James Ellsworth?
Yes.
Young
Yes.
chinless.
Yes, honey. Uh,
What?
mm-hmm.
So they put him in a match with Becky one week, and then they're like, "Okay,
They
bye."
say, all right, bye. Your
Oh,
job
that
here
is
is done.
so dirty.
He gone. So,
It was a good run, though.
Damn. I mean, considering who did he wrestle? Braun and then Becky. That's pretty.
I mean,
AJ
he got his
Styles. He beat
coins.
AJ Styles
Oh yeah,
twice.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh,
AJ Styles. I
yes.
forgot about that. I mean, he
Wow.
ran the gamut really for his 6 matches. I'm not mad at it.
Golf
So
claps for him.
so yeah, we'll take a drink for the career in WWE of James Ellsworth on the
I,
WrestleCast.
I'm definitely going to take a long sip for him.
Pour one out for your homie.
Cost too much to pour it out, so we'll
Oh
just
no, I
Yeah,
mean
I'm
pour it
not.
out down your throat is
There
really
you,
what I meant.
there you go. Yeah,
there
because
you go. All right. So yeah, that would be the biggest news of the week that
sad that
just
that's the
broke
biggest news,
today.
but
Yeah, it's been kind of slow this week, so I guess that's good.
yeah,
And for you podcast listeners, TNA really might actually be dead this time because the people who owned them, they got rid of the law, which was the live audio wrestling, which is basically like the Canadian version of like Wrestling Sports Center. And yeah, they canceled them. So citing money issues. So
But they just
yeah,
moved to Canada like last week.
yeah, I know, it's
They're
bad.
cursed. That's not nice.
Yeah,
wow.
it's really bad. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if.
I mean, but Johnny, wait, what's his name? Johnny Impact. That's what they call him. And
Mhm.
Alberto just had a match. And it was, good ish adjacent.
See,
Thank you for sitting through that and being our correspondent for that too. I don't think
I
you're
don't
gonna have
even
as
know.
much
Yeah, I don't
success with
know.
TNA as you did with SmackDown though.
Listen, I couldn't even make it happen. But I will say the match was interesting. It was not even a real like match. It was more like a fight. And they were all up in the back. At some point, Johnny jumped off of something that looked like the top of a toilet. You had to see it. It was kind of odd. Know why they were fighting, reasons.
I didn't
It
see it, but now I'm
almost,
intrigued. Just the whole
I'm
toilet
saying,
scenarios got me kind of like,
yeah, like it looked like the top of a building, but it was inside the arena in quotation marks, but it was
yeah, yeah, yeah.
inside the arena, but it was like a building in the back. So I was like, well, and then it had like a male female sign, so it was clearly a bathroom, but I was like, why is it separate? Like what? I don't get it. And so he jumped off of that, which would have been like real sweet if we hadn't seen him over at Lucha Underground jumping off of 50 feet shit. So it was
You know,
it was better than most TNAs,
mm.
if that's any kind of difficulty kind of thing. Yeah, I enjoyed the 10. Well, they were fighting for like 20 minutes. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
Thank you for that TNA monthly update.
I love that that's the update, and I still don't actually know what happened. So it's like this
Oh
thing,
man,
this
yeah, y'all look out
fight.
for that. Look out for that.
I mean, I'm sure it's somewhere. Maybe on the what we are watching. Probably not on the. I don't know. It's somewhere.
Mm.
They've probably got it up on their YouTube channel.
They have a YouTube channel.
Yes,
Oh, how
Yeah,
about that?
yes. So if you're so inclined to still check out TNA,
You
there's a
should,
suggestion.
ladies. You absolutely should because Johnny is still a snack. So if for no other reason,
just
do
Johnny.
that. Just Johnny
Mm,
with his abs all out. Hmm.
honey,
Hmm.
I ain't mad at it. I'm about to Google it right now.
All right. So while Angelina is on her Google machine, we're going to transition into Monday Night Raw. Stephanie McMahon comes out, starts the show. She's got questions for Kurt Angle. She's questioning why he added Jason Jordan to Team Raw and not getting John Cena like hashtag SmackDown Matters did.
Mm.
Kurt Angle vows to start the match and break Shane's ankle at Survivor Series. Stephanie really is like, that's not good enough, but she says she wants blood.
Honey,
His head on a platter. So the Shield arrives. Ambrose praises Angle and says that, he earned all their respect at TLC, stepping up, stepping in. Stephanie then runs them down for losing the tag team titles and says Angle and the New Day made them look like fools. She asks Roman where the hell he's been.
hmm
Roman asks her where the hell she's been. And then says that, they don't do what she wants. Roman then says that they want to fight the New Day. And Stephanie says if they accept, then the match will be granted at Survivor Series. So, Angelina, I'll start with you. What did you think about the opening?
well, before I was really like scared that I was gonna miss something really exciting on Monday, and I was driving home, hauling ass from work. But it was just Stephanie rambling on. I must admit, my favorite part was Roman coming for her, talking about, didn't you just go through a table 6 months ago? Like, where have you been, sis? That has to be my favorite, like, interaction throughout the whole thing. Because I was just like, all right, this whole Kurt and Jason Jordan thing, I'm like, oh, it's like the novelas I used to watch with my mother growing up. Just terrible, sad acting. I can't do it. But I think my favorite exchange had to be Roman coming at her. Like, all right, I like this kind of Roman. This is a Roman I like.
All right. Dee
Next.
Dee, any comments or
Yes.
concerns? Any comments and
Um,
concerns on the opening segment?
well, see, I didn't see the opening segment because
Oh,
WMATA can
oh,
kiss the biggest part of my ass. Yes.
okay. All right.
No, didn't see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have a triple threat match between Bailey, Dana Brooke, and Mickey James, where the winner will become the fifth member of Team Raw on the women's side.
Mm.
So Dana Brooke, she rolls out to the floor, and Asuka goes to check on her. And Dana Brooke attacks Asuka, and she pays for that as Asuka takes her out. Back in the ring, Bailey gets a backslap for a 2 count. Then Bailey hits Dana with the Bailey to belly, and she gets the win. And Bailey is the fifth member of the Raw Women's Survivor Series team. So one time for Huggy Cakes, she she got the win. It's good to see Dana Brooke back out wrestling. It's been a while. She's had some tragedy that she's kind of had to deal with the last few months. So it was
She
good.
did?
Yeah, her
Yeah,
boyfriend died.
yeah. He
Now, do
choked
you
and
know,
died.
I saw that and I thought it was like the anniversary of it happening. I didn't know that it like happened.
No, that
No,
just
I
happened.
yeah,
I
it
just
It
happened a
was,
few
realized, I'm
months
sorry.
ago.
He choked?
yeah.
On
Yes.
what?
I don't know,
I don't
but
know.
Oh, is that like when that guy
I
died
had
because
my
he choked on
CPR.
an egg? That's
Like,
awful.
I don't know. I
Would
don't
you
know what
tell
he choked
somebody
on,
like
but
if you choked and that was the reason why you died? Would you be like, don't tell them? I guess you can't tell them because you're already dead. But
you can't
like maybe if you were in the
leave. What you gonna do? Leave a
hospital,
note?
right?
Leave a
Like
note
maybe if
as
you were
you're
in the
choking. Like,
hospital
don't
and
tell
they're like,
nobody.
"What the hell happened to you?" You'd be like, "Oh, um, stuff."
Um,
Like, would you tell somebody, "Well, I choked and I just like I almost
something.
died." That's a hell of a thing,
That's
man.
so embarrassing. Like, how do you not know how to chew your food? I'm sorry, but
Like I was really hungry.
I work with toddlers that, like, come on now.
I mean, but true enough, like if he was eating fish, a fish bone will take you out. So like that's not really
That
the
is
same.
true.
But then if he died like eating an orange, like I guess,
I
I don't know.
can't.
I don't mean to,
Yeah,
my emotions are gone.
same girl.
I used up my monthly quotient watching the 30 for 30 for Ric Flair. I don't have any more emotions. I'm sorry.
I teared up on when was it yesterday when he came out and that was it. So
Look,
I'm
I
done.
saw it. I was like,
I've done enough. I've
oh.
done enough crying. I'm good.
I was like,
But
oh,
yeah,
and I was like, I don't even like them. Like, I don't even like Charlotte solely because of the 30 for 30. I was like,
oh
you
man,
people.
I can't.
So after that, Enzo comes out. Enzo does this thing, and he says at Survivor Series he's going to face Kalisto. Enzo says that he is money and he has made 205 Live great. My man Drew Gulak tries to talk, but he gets interrupted. So we have a tag team match. We have Enzo and Drew Gulak versus Akira Tozawa and Kalisto. Enzo slams Tozawa into Kalisto. Then Enzo hits Eat Defeat or the Jordanzo, and he picks up the win. So Enzo using some more heel tactics to get him a win. Him and Drew Gulak. Akira Tozawa's get to see him back, and that's pretty much about it. Anybody got anything else for this one?
I love Tozawa, and can I just tell you, I am so tired of Enzo. I can't. I gotta mute my television, walk out, take a break. I can't. I can't do it. Like, okay, I get it. You're a heel, right? But just, I don't know. There's just a difference between Enzo heel and like Miz heel. Like, I love. How do I love the Miz so much? But Enzo, I want to punch him in the face. I don't get it.
Enzo has go away heat with you. He has X
I,
Pac heat with you.
yeah. Well, I don't know because even still, X Pac Heat was just like different. But just I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. I feel like it doesn't. He just when he was with Cass, like it was like this balance. But now it's just like he's off the hook. I can't. And just I don't know.
All right, so Kurt Angle's in the back, and he's meeting with Ting Raw. He's noting that he doesn't want to take any chances, so he's making sure that Joe and Finn Balor can, prove they have teamwork. So he's putting them in a match tonight versus the Good Brothers. Then he also books Jason Jordan versus the returning Bray Wyatt. Braun says that he wants Kane, and Kurt Angle agrees. So then we move into Miz TV. Miz hypes Survivor Series, and he mocks Baron Corbin. He teases that Baron may squander another opportunity, and he may lose to Sin Cara on SmackDown on Tuesday night. Miz says that he takes opportunities, and when there are none, he makes them. Miz then hypes up tonight's match against The Shield, and he brings out his guests, Sheamus and Cesaro. Miz congratulates them on winning the tag team titles. Sheamus says it was no surprise because they always keep their eye on the prize. Sheamus then runs down the Usos, saying that they are the champions of the B Show. Miz tries to silence the audience, leading to Sheamus and Cesaro saying that they will jailbreak the Usos penitentiary. Miz then says that they will face the Shield tonight and says that they are the champions and it is their chance tonight to end the Shield's reunion tour. So, Angelina, since The Miz is your fave, your
I
thoughts?
mean, how could you not love him? I don't know. How could you not love the kid that was on the Real World? I mean, carrying a belt. You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying?
Mike
I
and Coral.
I mean,
Yes.
it was good times. I absolutely love the Miz. I am like Miz over everybody at this point. I can't express how much like I love him as this. He's the greatest heel, like right now. I can't. Well, hold on. Kevin Owens is up there too. I can't. Can't deny him of that. But that whole segment too with Cesaro and Sheamus, there's so much happening, so much emotion. And what is it with Homeboy? He still has his neck brace on, but whatever. We're gonna move past that.
Man, you saw what Braun Strowman did to that man? That's not a 2 week,
I'm
two
just
weeks and you
like,
done
this poor
injury type of
baby.
injury.
I look at him, I'm just like, oh, bless his heart. Like I can't. It's too much. But I'm here for the Miz
Are we
and for
here
all his
for?
shade for Baron Corbin too.
Are we here for Cesaro talking with his mouthpiece in though?
Bro, I could not. I'm like, sir. First of all, I have trouble understanding him in general. The mouthpiece just makes it worse. But he's fine, so it don't matter.
Okay.
Just being honest.
I guess it's a joke on him, but or his teeth are just really jacked up. And he doesn't want nobody to see it.
What they weren't. They didn't really fall out, right? Like they like were pushed in. Was that what I heard?
Yeah, they got pushed
Hmm.
up into
Ooh,
his
honey.
gums. Yeah.
Ugh.
I guess you
No.
can't just pull them down, huh?
Like,
I
what
guess you
would you
could,
do in that
but
scenario? Like, what?
I
Ugh.
don't know what you do.
What would you do?
I feel like you pull them down to where they were and then maybe braces to support them because they have to be loose at that point. Like they can't be.
Mm,
I don't know what you do.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what you do.
That was a
yeah.
terrible sight. Let's not relive that.
So our next match is Jason Jordan versus Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt just about kills Jason Jordan with the Uranagi to the cheers of the crowd. Jordan fires back with with rights and elbows, and he escapes Sister Abigail, and Jason Jordan gets the win with the roll up. After the match, Bray Wyatt kicks the shit out of Jason Jordan, and then he slams his bad leg that he was working on during the match to the ring post.
Hmm.
In, in the back, after commercial, we see Jason Jordan in the back with the trainer. Curtis there, and he doesn't think Jordan can compete on Sunday. Jason Jordan is begging him to let him fight and have this moment. It was good to see Bray Wyatt. I was hoping that they would turn him into a good guy somehow in between now and the like month and a half that he missed. But they had him lose to Jason Jordan.
Yo, I can't. I'm just so angry with the whole way that they're booking Bray Wyatt because I feel like he has so much potential. I kind of want to see like a Bray and Bo like
That's
tag
all I've
team
wanted for
thing. Like, come
years.
on, just throw us a
It's like
bone.
they're right there, and no matter what you do for style, they still look exactly alike. So it's
Exactly.
like the only difference is the weight gain. So just let them be together.
No. Although I must say that like Bo looks like one of my cousins that sells car parts like in the Bronx somewhere
Oh, he's single?
lately. Like I can't.
Really?
You
How
just
old is
asked
his
about it.
cousin? Is I
Honey, like
did.
they just it's just like the hair, the
It's a
tan.
valid career. I mean, what's the
Yeah, but it's
problem?
just oh baby.
No, how
But
old
yeah,
is he?
just I
Off
believe he's
the
like 36, but we're getting a little
Oh,
off
that is
topic.
perfect. Oh my gosh.
We'll talk about this later, girl.
Yes, please. I'm trying to be in the family. What?
Oh boy.
So next up we have Paul and Brock. They're on the scene. Paul Heyman says that this Sunday it's Universal Champion versus WWE Champion. It's Lesnar versus Styles for the first time ever and maybe the only time. Heyman says that he has never seen anyone like AJ Styles face off with Brock Lesnar. He puts over AJ's speed and his resilience. And during his promo, someone proposed, and the crowd started yelling, "She said yes."
That was great.
So they take a pause for a second. Brock says a couple of words to Heyman. Then Heyman gets back on the mic and says that she said yes only because she's never been up close to the beast.
Mm.
So Heyman then says that Styles is the single most talented in-ring performer of his generation and stylistically the best opponent for Lesnar, but promised that his beast would eat the Georgia Bulldog alive. He said Sunday could be a Rocky movie come to life due to Styles' skill, noting his wins over John Cena, Shane McMahon, and Jinder Mahal. But his point F5 is that this is no Rocky movie and Styles cannot survive the Suplex City, the F5, or the Beast. Heyman can't wait to see AJ Styles up close and can't wait to praise his heroic effort and a loss to Brock Lesnar. Yeah, don't ever interrupt Paul Heyman's promo.
Listen, ever. You hear me? I feel bad for them. I'm just like, oh my god, they're headed for divorce already. Like
I don't
what?
feel bad. You need to pick your moment. Why would you pick right
Choose
then?
wisely.
Right.
Like she was probably telling him to shut up. Like, could you wait? Not yet. What are you saying? Stop talking.
Who interrupts
Paul
Paul Heyman
Heyman.
to
Paul
propose? Like,
Heyman
who
is
does
talking.
that?
Like you wait for a John Cena moment or something. Or maybe,
Okay.
or maybe like if Brock grabs the mic, you're like, all right, well, he ain't gonna say
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
So,
But no.
yeah, another great Paul Heyman promo. Definitely talking people into the building for Sunday. Then we have The Shield versus Miz, Sheamus, and Cesaro. The Shield clears the ring as things starts to break down, and somehow the Miz is now all alone. The Miz gets speared, and then he gets the Shield triple power bomb, and the Miz gets pinned, and the Shield wins and stands tall. So, are we still feeling the Shield reunion? Just still,
I am feeling everything Seth does way blonde. Like it works for me.
Same. Same. I'm like really excited about the Shield reunion. I feel like for a couple of reasons. One, I love Seth Rollins. That's number one.
Yes.
Two, Roman. I feel like it just works with the Shield by himself. Everybody's just like, okay, boo on you, sis. But I mean, like we're letting him shine. We're letting him cook. I mean, he's not bad to look at, but at least now we don't have to hear the boos of the crowd constantly. I mean,
Right.
I'm liking it. I want that new
Even
shirt
Dean
too. It's
looks
pretty
better in
dope.
the shield. Like
I mean, he looks like he bathed.
aesthetically, he's clean. He got the haircut. His bangs are covered. A little
Those are
better.
girl. That those bangs are just hiding that hairline.
No, I
Don't
know
let it
they
fool
are.
you.
No, I know. But I feel like it does a better job when it's shorter because when it's longer, it's just like I know what's under there.
Yeah, that's true.
Whereas now it just looks like an aesthetic choice that happens to cover his non-existent hairline. It's
Oh
just like,
man.
oh,
But yeah,
it's,
although the Miz had to get the power bomb, I'm still a fan of the Shield reunion.
I'm just
I'm
glad it
all
wasn't
for it.
Bo.
Poor Bo.
Seth
Poor.
Rollins was losing his mind when they were getting ready to do when they after they gave him the power bomb.
Oh man, he was just. I can't. I just hearts all over. Love him.
So after commercial, we come back. Kurt Angle's in the ring, and he says that Jason Jordan has been injured, and he's pulling him from the Survivor Series match. Replacing Jason Jordan will be, but wait, Jason Jordan comes out in his bad leg and begs Kurt not to take his chance from him. He just wants to fight with his father. Jordan says he'll be fine by Sunday and begs Kurt not to do it because Kurt fought injured and he can do this. Jordan says he's emulated Kurt his whole life. Coming to Raw and being with him has been a dream come true. Don't take this away from me. I won't get another chance like this, Jordan says. And then Stephanie arrives and cuts him off. She tells Kurt to make the damn announcement and do it now. But before Kurt can speak, Triple H's music hits. He and Angle go face to face, and then Triple H announces that he is joining Team Raw, replacing Jason Jordan. The crowd then chants for pedigree. It looks like Triple H asks Kurt Angle if he could do it. Kurt Angle then nods that he can, and then he turns around and lays out Jason Jordan with the pedigree. And
Oh
then
man,
Kurt Angle fakes like he's concerned over Jason Jordan.
greatest moment ever. You hear me?
Mm.
Greatest moment ever.
So you're not a
I'm all for Triple H being a part of this. I just feel like he's so passionate about this, and
so
I'm just happy.
Jason Jordan does nothing for you.
No, nothing. Zilch, nada. You hear me? Mm-mm.
Not
I
even like potentially being like a really good bad guy, maybe. Because
I
like,
don't know. Like I feel like he has some. Well, I mean, in the ring, obviously, it's great, but I don't know whatever they decide to do with him. I hope that he doesn't get like just in this whole shuffle of I'm just gonna be the crybaby who wants to do stuff. I just
DD, are you excited to see Triple H?
No,
No.
why
I don't care about Triple H.
why I feel like
He's a handsome married man with a really huge nose. Like, what? Why am I supposed to be like excited to see Triple H?
I just feel that he's one of those people like this stuff is real and it's raw and like he's so passionate about it. I
Yeah.
can't help but like root for him. I can't help it.
I mean, I'm sure he lives a kayfabe life, but my thing is, I would be much more excited to see
Big time.
Carlito. Like, I don't care about Triple H. Who
You really
else
took
would?
it there?
I mean, I'm just saying. I. Who else would I be
Well,
happy to see?
who would be like a better replacement?
Um,
I mean, age wise, because they're
yeah,
all
they're
up
all
there.
old. They're all old, and
Both
it's like
teams are like, mm,
old, and it's just like, oh, you couldn't get anybody younger. You couldn't get
mm.
1 205 guy for each group. Like nothing.
Well, yeah.
Nobody.
Mm.
You could have like split the difference, Hassan Carr. Everybody knows he can fight. Like what? I don't. Who would I have
Who
wanted
would?
to
Yeah,
see?
if you're gonna replace Triple H, who would it be?
Who's a snack? Drew McIntyre for one night only.
For one night?
Yeah, he cute. He married though. They're all married though, so that
They're all
doesn't
married.
matter. They're not married. They hoes. Hey Xavier. Yes.
But isn't he
Um.
married? And what
And
the?
a hoe. And
Yeah.
plus also a hoe.
Oh, baby.
Gotta love it. Yeah, I don't know. I guess if you're gonna have, I don't know, because it's skewing old, and I don't know why. Like I felt like
Mm.
Kurt and Shane were enough of old people,
Yeah,
and then we can sprinkle in these other people who happen to be older, but don't discernibly look like 40 plus, like.
yeah.
So like Triple H is like, okay, so you're just stacking the deck, huh? Because you already have Braun, so it's like it's already
Yeah,
over
yeah. I
realistically.
just, mm.
They
So
got Samoa Joe and Braun. I mean, we'll talk about that a little bit later
Yeah, I know.
in the
yeah,
show,
yeah.
Yeah,
You
that's
technically
later.
only needed Braun, and now you have Samoa Joe, and it's like this isn't fair.
right?
This- Because
At
if
all.
without him, you could have made a case for Samoa Joe and Nakamura, Samoa Joe, and any one person. But once you add Braun to the proceedings, it's just like,
It's
hey,
it's no.
you know what? That's what they need. They need another guy who's like the size of Braun. Oh,
It's
they
called
needed.
Kane.
Like,
Kane is
these
like
just Kane
80.
exactly.
Kane
Kane is
is
somebody's
old.
grandpa. Like, no,
Yes, Kane is old. They need
he can't
somebody
do
like,
like
well,
Kane circa what year?
right, circa like 98, then we can
98
talk.
maybe. Like, but who else?
Maybe like, I don't know. They would have needed like both of those so-called bludgeon brothers. Like they needed like, I don't
Oh,
know.
please, let's not talk about that. Let's not. Let's not do this.
But what we
I'm
what,
almost done with my drink. We don't want that.
what we will talk about though is Finn Balor and Samoa Joe teaming up to go again. Anderson and
Snack
Gallows.
Baylor.
Yes.
Joe lays out Carl Anderson and then hits the elbow suicida on Gallows. Finn Balor finishes Anderson off with the double foot stomp, and Finn Balor and Samoa Joe get the win. What tripped me out about this was after the match was over, not he didn't even wait for the pinfall. The Samoa Joe was just walking up the ramp like, okay, I'm out, we
It's
done.
done. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that too. I was just like, yo, he just does not care, and I dig it.
Samoa Joe and Finn definitely, even though they kind of had a little friction, they definitely got the crowd's attention and definitely got the crowd behind them really fast. So it's maybe some potential there if they ever wanted to go that route with those two, put them in a tag team down the line, hold the belts or something. They could get some life out of those two
I
guys.
would actually like really like that.
Next up, we have the Goddess Cakes champ, Alexa Bliss. She's doing a promo. She says that when she came to Raw, the power shifted and SmackDown became the B show.
Mm.
And she said it doesn't matter whether it's Natty or Charlotte, she's still going to be victorious at SummerSlam. Then we get our main event of the evening as Braun Strowman versus Kane. They two behemoths are up on the ropes, and Braun Strowman knocks Kane into the ring. Kane grabs Strowman for a choke slam, but Strowman fights him off. Strowman then gets Kane up, gives him the big running power slam, and both men go through the ring. EC duck, EC duck, EC duck, EC duck. And that's how your Monday Night Raw ended. Because we had just a big crater in the middle of the ring.
Listen,
What do you mean under the ring?
yeah,
Well, yeah,
Kind of, sort of.
through, yeah. in the
In
ring.
a
How about that?
crater in the middle of the ring.
So, yeah, that was your Monday Night Raw. So, pretty cool ending.
It was a decent. I was really good Monday Night Raw. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm usually Team Blue, but Raw was it brought it on Monday.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just being honest.
No, I didn't say you were wrong. You know, they
So,
get it right occasionally.
They do.
yeah, yeah. Once every 6 weeks, they do hit on one.
Really, you know, I'm gonna start counting now. We're like, week 5. I'm like, we're almost there. We're almost to a good episode of Raw.
Yeah, so yeah, very good go home episode of Raw. Set up, some pretty good stuff going into Survivor Series, and established that Raw is clearly the dominant team. I mean, good gosh, they got a stacked lineup when it comes to the 5-man Survivor Series match.
Yes, big time.
So we'll turn it over to Didi Jonay at this time to see how SmackDown retaliated.
Oh, I don't know if we would use those words.
Mm.
You know, they're out there doing what they do in North Carolina, Charlotte to be specific. The show starts off with Shane in the back giving the roster a pep talk. He talks about how Asuka claimed that she would break the entire SmackDown team. He asked Becky what she thought about that, and she said she would break Asuka's arm. Shane asked Baron and Sin Cara about The Miz, and Corbin says Miz was living on borrowed time. And then the New Day accepts the Shield's challenge, and they leave the roster in a SmackDown Rocks chant. Kevin Owens and Sammy are there, but they are not participating. This will be a a reoccurring theme throughout the night.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Bryan comes to the ring. He says he's not going to stay down after Kane took him out, and SmackDown will fight back against Raw. He says that Raw is afraid, which is why they added Triple H to this team. He knows Stephanie all too well, and he wouldn't be surprised to see Raw show up tonight. That is what we call foreshadowing. So then he says he's proud to bleed blue, proud of everyone in the back, call SmackDown better than Raw. No lies told. So then he announces again that their team has added John
Dun, dun,
Cena.
dun, dun.
Da, da, da,
Dun, dun, dun,
da.
dun.
The
Dun,
both of
dun,
you
dun,
disgust
dun.
me. I'm not a fan of any of this that's going on right now. But they added that man, and they're happy to introduce the next WWE champion, AJ Styles. So there's a big pop, the blah blah blah. They talk about the match with Brock Lesnar at the what them people call it, the commentators desk. Then Daniel says that Raw gives their champion of the universe his own advocate, and so he wanted to know if AJ wanted one of his own. AJ said yes. So then Daniel introduces Shane a la Paul Heyman. He says most of what Paul said was right, except for the idea that Lesnar would brutalize AJ. Daniel says that Lesnar is big and strong, but he is also thick-headed. Ooh, a quitter. Spot the lies. I don't see them. So Daniel says that Brock quit WWE and quit to be a half-ass. Oh no. Let me say it correctly. Daniel Bryan said that Lesnar quit WWE and quit to a half-ass knee bar in UFC. He said Lesnar quits when he's pushed into deep waters, and AJ is going to push him to the point where he must mentally quit. Daniel Bryan only had one reason for us to tune into the network on Sunday, and that was to see a 6'3", 285-pound monster mentally quit to AJ Styles. And then then AJ gets on the mic and he says, unlike Lesnar, he's not a puppet. He says, yes, he is an underdog, but this is not a Rocky movie. This is an AJ Styles production. And he would prove this was the house that Hoomst built. Well, he says he, but we all know
Didi
it's
Jonay.
real. Thank
Didi
you.
Jonay.
We know it's real, but it works for storyline. So backstage, Jinder Mahal confronts AJ. He said the beating that AJ takes from Lesnar will be nothing compared to what he gets from the Maharaja when he wins the title back. for future ideas. Next is Baron Corbin versus Sin Cara for the U.S. title. Things they happen. Uh, Corbin hits a deep six, and Cara sends him outside and hits a moonsault off the middle rope. Back in the ring, Corbin catches him with the end of days for the win. And we love Sin Cara.
Yes, and Carl
Yep.
was throwing them real hands when he was making that comeback. When he pushed him in the corner and was punching them,
Mm-hmm.
those was real hands.
Mm-hmm.
Those was real hands.
Because Sin Cara is a real one. Yes. Officially, it is Baron Corbin versus The Miz for Survivor Series. No, of the Charlotte Hornets were there, so that's cool. Then Shane approaches Daniel Bryan backstage, welcomes him back. This is when I actually got home because, again, WMATA can kiss the blackest part of my ass. So, yeah, then Shane talks about the importance of cohesion. Daniel says he wants to have a talk with Shane after Survivor Series about that. He says he's still displeased that he wasn't informed about the raid and tried to reason with Raw when he got chokeslammed. Shane said something, but Daniel Bryan cut him off and was just like, I'll see you on Sunday. He ain't trying to hear that bullshit.
Mm.
Next is Natty Bo versus Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Charlotte dedicated the match to Ric Flair. This is, again, hometown hero type stuff. You know how WWE is about that, but, you know,
Honey.
we go on. Charlotte launches Natty into the barricade. There's a 2 count, followed by a boot from Charlotte. After the break, Natty has her in a surfboard. Charlotte slips out, some chops, another 2 count. Natty countered a figure 8 by kicking Charlotte into the turnbuckle. Then Natty slaps Charlotte, goes for the sharpshooter. Then Charlotte slaps her back and applies a schoolboy for a 2, followed by an exploder. She sets Natty up for a moonsault off the barricade, but Natty got up, grabbed her, drove her into the ring post, tossed her back into the ring, applied the sharp shooter. You can tell the difference when I actually do drink during the show. It's actually really obvious. But anyway, sharpshooter. Charlotte crosses to the ropes. They break the hold. Follows with a big boot. Then Charlotte applies the figure 8 and Natty taps. Ergo, Charlotte is the new champion.
Yay.
Yay! So, in the ring, Renee is interviewing Charlotte. She's like, Natty beat the heck out of me. And she's like, you know, blah, blah, blah. I won. The crowd is like, you deserve it. She says at Survivor Series, she's going to beat Alexa Bliss and show her why. Raw had a queen way before they ever had a goddess. Then she talks about her dad. They said he's been through a lot. You know, he was sick. He's watching at home. Blah, blah, blah. This one is for him. She hugs Renee and she's leaving. As she's walking up the ramp, Nature Boy's music comes on, and she looking like she didn't really know he was
Honey.
there.
For real.
She was kind of just looking like, why y'all playing his music? And then she
Shay.
saw him, and like it was almost like every movie moment ever where she does like the run that was fast but still in slow
Yes.
motion kind of somehow.
Listen.
Like to her dad, and they like hug and they swirl. Like it was, especially coming off the heels of 30 for 30. Like
Yeah.
that was some of the most emotional things I have seen on the WWE outside of like, I don't know, like when Shane tries to kill himself and then during the induction ceremonies. Like that was some emotional stuff.
I shed a thug tear, I must say. I really did. And I
My
just
my eyes got big and glassy like they do in the anime, but I don't think a tear actually fell.
I did. I shed a thug tear. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm sorry, but Natalia is a great me, the vodka tit.
See?
Natalia, I feel like she's great in the ring, but I just feel like she's so boring.
Yeah.
So boring. I can't.
She has the personality of a cat lady. Like it's just
She
like,
really does.
it's like, of course you have 20 cats. It's like, what else would you have?
Yeah.
You wouldn't have anything else. So then, there's a Bludgeon Brothers promo. Nobody cares.
No.
Oh, I guess I should mention they debut next week.
Woo. Exciting.
Cool. I hear a lot of static, and I
I
don't
do
know what it
too. What is
is.
it?
I don't think it's me, but maybe it is.
I don't know.
Okay, it
Oh,
stopped.
stopped.
Okay, perfect. Okay. I don't know. It was magic. All right, next. Jimmy Uso Snack Uso
Honey.
versus Chad Gable, not Snack. There's
Mm-mm.
a promo before the match. Blah blah blah, yada yada yada. They just mentioned all the tag teams that they've locked down, aka the Hype Bros, the Ascension, Breezango, American Alpha 2, catch the shade.
That was so shady, and I loved it.
Catch the shade, and the New Day. And they say Cesaro and Sheamus are next. So then the match starts. Gable takes most of the match. He was working over Jimmy's leg. Um, they talk about Gable's ruthlessness, blah, blah, blah. Jimmy catches Chad with a super kick for the win. This is after outside distractions and a
Nope.
kick to what? Go ahead.
Distraction.
Oh, yay. I distracted myself. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Yes, so.
Wait, you got a drink to that?
Yeah, girl. We drink to every
I
distraction.
don't know the rules.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, anytime you hear distraction.
Yeah. Anytime you hear
Well, guess who
distraction
finished
in
their
the
drink?
go get a refill.
I'm about to.
We used to play the other game where every time I said people took a drink, but that's not
Girl, I
really
would probably die
yeah, that's not good for
because I'm
anybody.
like,
So
hey, um.
yeah, it's bad. I was told by my my boss, he was like, you can just stop and I can like edit it out. And I was like, I don't no.
No.
I
No,
don't understand.
I'm not doing that.
We'll keep it funner this way.
Yeah. I mean, the show's better when you drink anyway, if we really want to be honest. So, the things they happen.
Where were we?
Oh. Notable.
Distraction.
An, well, yeah, okay. So, there's a notable thing going on with the women's team for Survivor Series. Because Charlotte won the title, she is not in match
The
anymore.
mm.
Alexa Bliss. However, Natty is not her replacement. Find out her replacement on Sunday.
Dun dun dun.
Now, the people who create my notes who are not me seems to think that this is an opening for a certain pale-faced, black-haired female.
Mm-hmm. It.
Pine.
I feel like it is as well.
I feel like it is too, but then I also feel like they hate me, so it'll probably be Nikki Bella. You know, like
I don't care. She's cute. I see it for her.
I don't. I just want to see this wedding. Is really all I'm just interested.
It's gonna
Do
be
you
so
think
gaudy.
y'all think that Nikki Bella, if she can make it, if she just doesn't have any dancing with the stars commitment, is going to let John Cena show up at a wrestling event and she
She
not be
would.
somewhere
She
too?
wouldn't have a dancing with the Stars Amendment because she got eliminated weeks ago.
Oh, okay, yeah. So she's free, and she
Yeah,
think
She's
she
she's
gonna
free.
free.
you think
Yeah,
she gonna let John Cena show up at an event and she not be involved? You know that
It's a
that's a
no.
package deal.
It's a
that's what
no.
I'm saying. And it's like everybody's hyping it up, like, oh, it'll be pale one. And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it'll swerve me. Maybe it will be young pale, but I don't.
Young pale.
I know
I
she's still
like it.
youthful. She's young,
Yes, she is.
even if her fiance husband is old as hell.
Crazy. Let's not talk
I heard
about
they
that.
don't go together no more. She said that she put out
Oh,
some tweets that said
shocking.
she was single.
Oh, no.
Did
No.
she?
Paige broke up
Because
with
we
another
know.
man? No way. Who'd have
Listen,
guessed? What?
especially the
Knock me
grandpa
over with
one.
a feather. What?
I
Especially the
can't
one with a
believe it.
goddamn wife. Like,
A whole wife.
a
Just,
whole
I
wife.
cannot.
Not even a
It's just
half a wife. She was
not half a wife.
whole.
A whole entire one. I can't.
I'm actually even more annoyed at the idea that they broke up. Like it's just like really,
Really, girl?
really. Oh, I don't even want to
That was
hear
a whole
that.
mess. Anyway,
I don't even want to hear that.
I
Okay,
don't know. But that whole thing, yeah, I don't know. I could go either way. I don't care anymore. I don't care about them no
basically,
more.
basically. I mean,
Mm-mm.
like maybe it's Trish Stratus. We want everybody to be 38 and up now. You
I
know,
mean, yeah, they need some like older people on there.
they do need older women. I need for Trish to just come back like on a quarterly basis. Even I would be happy to see her.
I mean, we have Mickey James in her auntie outfits. We might as well have
I
somebody
don't
else.
understand why she's still wearing bell bottoms.
I don't either, but
Like ever since she whipped that ass in her like clubbed heels and her jeans, it's like you can wear that to the ring. You can wear tight pants. They don't
you
have
don't
to
have
end
to
in a
have
bell
bell bottoms.
bottom. You don't have to wear fringe. I know you're part native, but you don't have to be a stereotype. Like you can just wear clothes.
Oh.
Like, how did you let that become your gimmick, bell bottoms? Anyway, fashion cast moment,
Mm.
that's over. So next, Kevin Owens approaches Sammy backstage. They're sad that they're not on the Survivor Series. Um, Sammy calls the New Day a circus act. Uh, Kevin, I was going to say Cammy. Kevin said he didn't care which brand was the A or B show because the only show that matters is the Sammy and Kevin show. And Sammy's like, "Oh, you mean the Kevin and Sammy
I
show?"
can't with those two.
They're adorable because they're besties.
so it's so funny.
They love each other. So next, the New Day come out. They put over the Shield. They have a whole bunch of titles. Um,
They
the
talked
New Day
about
know,
cuffing season.
Yes, when they taught everyone about cuffing season, that
and
I
then
think
they
that was one of my.
and then
Mm.
they shouted out Black Twitter, and I was like, "Oh, you're one of
Yes,
us." It's like you're out here, you're with us. I feel like I could slip into Big E's DMs and he would actually
you.
reply to me.
He
I
probably
feel
would
like I
reply.
could.
He
I
looked like
feel
the
like he
type.
would.
He'd be
I
like, "What's up?
feel
I'm in
like
town."
I wonder if I want to be like a thought pocket and actually try. But like I feel like he would reply. I really do think he would. I don't know.
I would really like to see the result of that. Please do it and let me know how that works out for
For
you.
science.
For science,
For
just for
science.
science.
New Day mentioned that they have 27 titles between them at least, but they acknowledge that most of them are from Kofi Kingston. He says that at Survivor Series, it will be the Hounds versus the Unicorns. He was like, "Why would you call yourself a hound? Hounds eat their own poop, whereas unicorns are mythical and bring magic to the earth." He said they know that they can trust each other 100%. We already know that the Shield can't. Xavier says the Shield is only together because of cuffing season.
Mm.
Boom. And then he says they'll still be together after Survivor Series, and then there's a new Day Rock chant that leads into a Big E and Xavier Woods match versus Kevin and Sammy. There's a hot tag, there's suplexes, there's a flip dive, and then the Shield's music hits. They show up in the crowd. They're wearing T-shirts with the half Raw, half Shield sign on them. I thought they were awful. Apparently, you people like them.
They were awful, but I lost my shit when they showed up. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, but they're just so handsome.
Exactly.
And Seth looks so good in red. I'm Team Blue all day, but like red looks good on him.
Hello.
Aesthetics. So the Shield surrounds the ring. The New Day are in the middle of the ring with Kevin and Sammy on the side. And I was looking at it and I was like, bet you good money. Them two are going to slide their asses out that ring. And almost immediately, they do just
They
that.
did just that, honey. I was like, oh, there it is.
And then the Shield pounce on the New Day. The Usos run down to, save it because they got team pride. They face off with the Shield. They get into it. Uh, Roman did not fight the Usos because Samoans over everything.
That's not true though.
Well, that's what my notes say.
I mean, later on that won't be so true.
Yeah.
With them or with Samoa Joe? Because
With no,
he's not related to them.
not Samoa Joe. With two people who are related.
Who? Tamina?
Yeah, Nia was beating the hell out of Tamina on that table.
She
They
sure
probably
was.
got like emotional. Women. You know how we
Women
are.
are different.
Yeah, we hold grudges.
We're so bitter
Who's older? Tamina.
and
Tamina was
angry.
probably like, "You do this," and she was like, "Who do you think you're talking
I'm not
to?"
doing anything.
Yeah, and so now Nia bigger. She's probably like, "I do what I want. You ain't even really blood. You're from Tonga." Like.
Oh,
I don't know.
babies.
I imagine it was probably a thing. But the boys, they don't fight each other. So then the New Day join the fight again. Oh, and then Cesaro and Sheamus come out. Then they're backstage in the women's Raw team. And Alexa, they barge into the SmackDown women's locker room, take everybody out. Seemed like Lana got the worst of it.
Yeah, she
Always.
literally was getting dragged, like
She
literally.
usually
Yeah.
does though, like just in like all around. Poor
I think
baby.
she's a good flailer, so they like to put her through her paces. But it ends up with essentially Charlotte being surrounded by all the other Raw women. And apparently, Alexa now has a fist of concrete,
Yeah,
and
She's
she
an
she's
was
all
able to,
4'11" of her.
yeah, she was able to knock out Charlotte with one
she,
blow.
One
she's a
blow.
new Hands of Stone. I told y'all that a couple of weeks ago.
Hands of shenanigans. Okay, so then more members from Rock show up. We have Finn Balor.
Hello,
Yeah, Baylor, not Balor. Baylor.
Baylor.
Samoa Joe, Titus O'Neil, Apollo. What are they doing here?
Can we
Titus
just talk
O'Neil and
about
Apollo Crew.
about Samoa Joe's jeans? I could not get over the dad jeans. But
Well,
go
I
on.
mean,
I'm not saying nothing
I
about
don't,
Samoa Joe because I don't want that man to
I don't
show
know
up
that.
behind me when I least expect it.
I mean,
I'd be like, what
what
was
I
said?
be like, what? I don't care. I said it, and
I
then I
mean, I
probably
can't really
run.
imagine him
But
wearing like skinny jeans. Like he got to wear like the good boot cut
I mean, I could have seen him with some windbreakers or
with
something.
the fadings just so you know how they get some good Wrangler jeans.
Oh man, the Wranglers.
um. Okay, so once they come out, then Shane came out with Bobby, Shinsuke, Baron. I thought I saw Ziggles. I could have been making that up.
Yeah,
I don't
you
know.
saw him. He
You
was
That's
out
what
know,
there.
I thought I saw him. So then Kurt shows up and he brings with him all you fucking need, aka Braun
Braun
Strowman.
Strowman.
Immediately, he takes out both the hype bros. Then Nakamura goes after him. Lord knows why. Strowman tosses him out. Shane went after him. Don't know why. Got some shots in, but was taken out with a full clothesline. Then the Shield holds Shane up, force him to like walk. Look at all of what Raw did. And then they hold him down. Sheamus takes a few shots at his head. Then Kurt Angle gets in his face and says, "This is nothing compared to what's coming." He gives the Shield a signal. They give him a triple power bomb. And then Angle follows with an Angle slam. Then the Shield gives Shane another power bomb. And then they leave. And I do not know how this happened when they all knew they were coming because this was in my notes, but that's okay. They didn't stay ready and they weren't ready.
Mm.
But that is how your SmackDown ended for this week. Yes,
Mm.
yes.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
it was.
SmackDown was a snooze fest up until the end. And
Yeah.
I always say I'm Team Blue, but not this week.
Yes. I
I
mean,
guess
every
week
now and
6.
again they get you. Every now and again they get you. We know who's got the better average though.
Yeah, true.
Okay, so who had the better beatdown? Raw beating down SmackDown or SmackDown beating down Raw?
SmackDown beating down Raw.
I agree.
Okay.
What do you say?
I think that I think I agree with y'all.
Okay.
Even
Yeah.
though I like the women's version of this one a lot better when they like just ransacked their locker room and
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I mean, that
Yeah.
part was pretty dope, but I think overall, I'd have to go the other way. SmackDown.
Because we didn't get any iconic moment from this one, whereas we got the Dana Brooke running for her life
That was like still hilarious. I can't.
out of the first one. So, just a reminder that the WrassleCast is being brought to you by Amazon.com. Go over to our website, www.cspn.us. Click on the tab that says support our podcast. Click on Amazon. Do your shopping as you normally would. And some of your purchase comes back to cspn.us and notably here at the WrassleCast. So you can help keep our podcast free. So, CSPN.us and Amazon.com. Do it today. So NXT, we start off with my favorites, the Street Profits versus Sabatini and Moss. Dawkins catches Moss with a knockout right hand, and they get the win. So Street Profits are still doing it up, and hopefully they can continue to have nothing but success. Alistair Black and Velveteen Dream, we have a vignette showing, their program heading into NXT Takeover War Games. Then we have Lars Sullivan versus Raul Mendoza. After a series of crossfaces, Lars Sullivan gives Mendoza the freak accident, his finishing move, to get the win. Sullivan goes to attack Mendoza again when Cassius Ono comes down, and the two men have a stare down. Regal talks to Johnny Gargano and informs him that Pete Dunne has an open challenge for the UK title, and Regal thinks that Gargano is the man for the job. Gargano accepts, and the match is set for next week. Then we have a recap of the events that got us to the Authors of Pain, Sanity, and Undisputed Era War Games match that is happening this Saturday. Now, a match that was very near and dear to the hearts of the members of the Glow, we have Ember Moon versus Mercedes Martinez.
Yay!
Ember counters the Fisherman Buster into an inside cradle for a 2 count. Martinez misses a knee and gets stuck in the ropes. We get a roundhouse kick and then a stomp by Ember Moon, and then Ember goes up top and she gets the win with the Eclipse. Then we have our face-to-face segment between the NXT champion, Drew McIntyre, and Cien Almas. Drew comes out first, and he says that Zelina's plan worked to get a title shot. He says that they're in trouble now because reality and the pressure will set in at TakeOver. Drew calls himself the Mountain and asks Almas one last time to face him like a man. He wants him to do it to prove something to himself. Drew then tries goading him by questioning his manhood. Almas' music hits, but Zelina Vega comes out. Almas eventually does come out, and he hits the ring, getting right into a brawl with Drew. Drew wins out with a series of right hands when Zelina Vega comes off the top rope with the crossbody. Drew catches her, but that only opens up the door for Almas to chop block Drew. Almas hits the hammerlock DDT, and then Zelina Vega picks up the title and uses it to motivate Cien Almas. So that was your NXT Go Home show for their big takeover event. Now, Angelina, how do you feel about Zelina Vega and her addition to Cien Almas and kind of the story that they've been telling here the last few months between those two?
I appreciate her. She's a crazy Puerto Rican like me. But no, I've been a fan of her for a while now, just because again the craziness. I can't help it. I like a strong woman. And can I just tell you, the network was acting up during NXT. Oh, I did tell you earlier. I was
Mm-hmm.
so pissed. I was like, how I get home on time today? Network acting a mess. But of course, it was perfect. As soon as I restarted it, Zelina Vega was on my screen. I was like, oh hey girl, I see you. I'm actually excited for that match and Ember Moon's. Although I'm not really a fan of the whole Peyton Royce thing, I don't care. Y'all can fight me if y'all want to.
What?
I just, I don't see it for her either.
Oh gosh. Okay. Well, I
Oh
guess
well,
me. I
we
guess
can't agree on everything. We
you've
can't agree on
disappointed
everything.
me and Dee Dee both
We,
with some of your choices tonight. So
I'm sorry.
you're equal opportunity.
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
Speaking of those matches, we'll now just go over the NXT Takeover card, and I guess we can play a game. Me and Angelina can play a game of Who You Got. So the dark match will be for the UK Championship, but that'll actually be shown on TV in a couple of weeks, so we won't review that one. So we'll start with Cassius Ono and Lars Sullivan. So Angelina, who you got?
Oh boy, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with oh no. I
Really?
don't. I am. I don't see. I don't like to just root for just anybody. I like to just. I like to just be like, you know what? No, I'm not gonna go with the crowd. Oh no.
Okay. I think Lars Sullivan's gonna kill him. Um, the match I'm actually looking forward to as much as War Games, the Velveteen Dream
Hello.
versus Aleister Black.
I'm going with the Velveteen Dream for that one, bud.
Yeah, me too. Tell Dee Dee the greatness that she's missing because she hasn't seen Velveteen Dream yet.
Girl, really?
Yeah, man.
What? Why? Why?
I'm busy.
Booked and busy.
I'm booked and
I
I'm
am too, though.
busy.
I really I will sit in my car on my lunch break and just watch stuff. I'm just like, you know what? No, screw everything. I don't care. I don't have to eat right now. I'll have a sandwich later. But no, I really no. Check it out though, please. I beg of
I,
you.
w- I
But
will.
I'm
I'll
going for
do
the
that.
Velveteen Dream. I am. I really am.
For the NXT Women's Championship, we're going to have a fatal four way as you're going to have Kari Sane versus Ember Moon versus Peyton Royce versus Nikki Cross. So, Angelina, I think you said you want Ember Moon to
Yes,
win
ma'am.
this one.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Well, I'm sorry. Yes, sir. I'm sorry. I always get the. I always use feminine pronouns. I can't help it. I'm sorry, but yes, sir. Ember Moon.
I'm all about Peyton Royce. I think she should be the champion.
You
Is
love a
this?
good Caucasian.
See, I was gonna say, is this like a lust choice?
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Mm-hmm.
It's a less choice, and I think that it would work for the story going forward. It would make a better story if they made her the champion because then she's got Billy Kay and she can always have help to win. And then Ember Moon has to fight the both of them to try to get the belt. That would be like the better story to tell. But I still think that Peyton deserves to be the champion, though. She's so good.
Uh huh. Let's move on.
NXT Championship match. We have Cien Almas versus Drew McIntyre.
Even though I love Zelina, I'm gonna have to go for Drew McIntyre.
All right. Yeah, I think Drew McIntyre as well. And then the War Games match, the match beyond. The Undisputed Era versus the Authors of Pain and Roderick Strong versus Sanity.
See, now this one is tough for me for a couple of reasons. I'm just gonna have to sit this one out.
Oh no.
Oh my god, yes, I can't. Do I have to really make a
Yes,
choice
you
right
gotta
now?
make a choice because I know who I'm picking.
Uh, oh
Wait, who is
man,
this?
This is a War Games match. This
this is a
is
War Games match.
the
So
Undisputed
isn't that like
Era.
18 people? How many people is it?
It's three teams of three.
3 teams of 3.
So 9
She said
people.
18
Yes.
people.
I don't know.
Might as well be.
I don't know how this
Uh,
thing works. And so is she picking a person or a team to
She's
win?
a,
picking a team.
a team.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Undisputed Era. I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna choose. That's it.
All right. I'm going to go with the Undisputed Era as well. So the NXT takeover will happen Saturday night starting at 8 p.m. Of course, the hashtag will be hashtag cast takeover. So please come share your commentary with color with the hosts and fans of the WrassleCast this Saturday night, 8 p.m., using the hashtag cast takeover. On Friday night, use the hashtag RetroCast as we're going to watch some classic war games. As you're going to watch the very first war games that took place on July 4th, 1987 in Miami. And we're also going to watch the 1992 war games, which has Steve Austin in it and Arn Anderson, Larry Zbyszko, Rick Rude on one team versus Sting, Nikita Koloff, and Steiner Brothers. Brian and so not Brian Pillman, just Steiner Brothers. So um, that will be hashtag RetroCast, and that will be Friday night starting at 8 p.m. So now, Dee I'm gonna bring you in. There's just time we haven't played it in a while, but now it's time for the Survivor Series edition of Who You Got.
It's been so long.
As Dario Cueto would say, it's everybody's favorite game show.
Yeah.
So even though you won't see it because it's going to happen on the hashtag Say No to Pre-shows, our very first match,
Mm.
and who you got? Enzo Amore versus Kalisto for the WWE Cruiserweight title. So we'll start with our guest, Angelina. Who you got?
Kalisto all the way.
All right.
I'm sick of Enzo. Sick
Didi
of him.
Jonay. Who you got?
I got Enzo.
All right. I'll agree with Didi and now have Enzo as well. Next up, we have The New Day versus The Shield. Didi Jonay. Who you got?
New Day. Wait. Nah, it's gonna be the Shield.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be the Shield.
Angelina?
I agree. The Shield.
I'm gonna go with the New Day here.
You always trying to go for a win. You know you don't think they're gonna win.
I don't think nobody from Raw is gonna win, to be honest with you, except for one person. Next match we have The Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro versus the Usos. Angelina, who you got?
I'm gonna go with a lust pick, and I'm gonna go with the Usos. I'm gonna go with the Usos.
All right,
Just gonna go with the Usos.
Didi Jonay, are you gonna follow along in Angelina's footsteps?
um,
This is one.
no,
This is
I still
this is a,
have love for Cesaro, so
this is a Baywatch match for you, isn't it?
absolutely
It
it
is for me
is.
too, actually, because Cesaro is hello,
Much bay.
and then there's
Wow.
Sheamus.
I
Woo.
like him. Like if he could get rid of that mohawk and we can
I can't.
revisit, yes.
I mean,
He's so gingery.
see, didn't we just? You said it earlier. Like, there's a whole thing against gingers.
I love them, but I understand that
Good.
I'm not the norm.
I'm going to go with the Usos as well.
Okay.
Good
Ne-
choice.
Next up, we have the Goddess Cakes champ, Alexa
Ugh.
Bliss, versus the Queen, Charlotte Flair. Didi Jonay, who you got?
Charlotte.
Angelina, who you got?
Charlotte.
Well, y'all know who I got. I'm not going against her this
Cakes.
time.
Okay, okay,
Oh.
cakes. I get it.
Oh, you really believe in her and her little her fist. I guess
That's
if
right.
that's
That's right. 5 feet of fury.
you
Honey.
know Charlotte's like 17 feet tall, right?
Doesn't matter.
17.
Okay.
As Jimmy
Mm,
Cliff once famously said, the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Sure,
mm.
sure, Jan.
Okay. Okay, Jan.
Sure.
Just give him an okay, Jan. When you know what? When Charlotte wins, I'm gonna give you an okay, Jan.
Next up is The Miz versus Baron Corbin.
Mm.
Angelina, who you got?
Miz all the way. Hello, cause Baron make me sleepy. Go on.
Didi Zane, who you got?
I actually think Baron will win, but I refuse to pick him in that hairline. So I'm picking the Miz.
Oof.
All right. I'm picking The Miz as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We have our first Survivor Series elimination match as we have Alicia Fox, Nia Jax, Sasha Banks, Asuka, and Bailey representing Team Raw versus Becky Lynch, Carmella, Tamina, Naomi, and a wrestler to be determined. So, Didi Jonay, who you got?
I'm sorry, you went a little too fast.
Oh,
So
sorry.
Lynch,
Becky Lynch, Carmella,
Carmella.
Mela. Okay. I'm trying to shorten
Tamina,
it. Mela, Mina. That's how.
Naomi,
Nay.
and to
And
be determined.
TBD
A or A
versus
versus Alicia Fox,
Fox,
Nia Jax,
Jax,
Sasha Banks,
Banks,
Asuka,
Asuka. Uh-huh.
and Bailey.
Bay. Okay. So the way that we did it last year is you get 1 point for the correct team and 1 point if you can pick the last person standing.
Alrighty.
So with that in mind, I will pick Team Raw
Mm-hmm.
and I will pick Asuka.
That's very good choice.
That's a good
Thank you.
choice.
Yes.
Thank you.
Miss Angelina, who you
See,
got?
I was gonna pick the same exact thing, but I'm gonna go Team Raw and Naya.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna go Team SmackDown,
Mm,
and
Okay.
I'm gonna go whoever they announce as the mystery partner.
TBD. Okay.
Oh, bold move.
Okay. Fair, fair. I
Yes.
like it.
Now we have our men's Survivor Series elimination match, as we have Kurt Angle, the monster amongst men, Braun Strowman, is the extraordinary man who can do extraordinary things. Is that the way they are talking about Finn now? Is that the tagline that they give him now? So Finn Balor,
Don't matter what tagline he got. Doesn't matter.
the
He can
Sam-
have all of it.
We're here
It
for it.
don't matter.
We're here for it. That's all that matters.
the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe,
Mm-hmm.
and the game, Triple H versus
Hmm.
Shane McMahon,
Uh-huh.
the Viper, Randy Orton,
Yeah.
Gross.
the artist, Shinsuke
Oh
Nakamura,
my baby. Mm.
the glorious one, Bobby Roode,
Ah, my other baby.
and the franchise, John Cena.
Disgusting.
As a person, I love him, but in like when I see him on TV, I'm like, it'll go away.
Correct. Actually, I don't love him, but I do be like, oh, go away.
So this time we'll start with Angelina. Angelina,
Okay.
who you got?
All right. I'm gonna go Team Raw, and I'm gonna go
Mm-hmm.
with Braun. Cause I mean, hello.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Raw and I'm gonna go Samoa Joe.
I'm gonna go Raw, and I'm gonna go Triple H.
And you know what
Okay.
makes me mad? The fact that you will like be right. Because it's just like he refuses to lose anything. Like it doesn't matter. Oh God, I'm mad already. I'm already mad. It hasn't even gotten here, and I'm already mad at him. Just see it
Now
already.
we'll move to our main event of the evening, as we have the Beast, Brock Lesnar versus the phenomenal AJ Styles. Didi Jonay, who you got?
Let's be fun. Let's go with AJ.
Okay, representing Team Blue.
Yeah, I
All right.
guess.
Angelina, who you got?
I'm going with AJ because I refuse to pick Brock for anything. So there's
Hmm.
that.
All right. Well, I think y'all know how I play this game. That means I'm picking Brock
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 Lesnar.
Lesnar.
Lesnar. Yep.
Okay.
So,
His
um,
tiny legs.
as always, I will be putting these matches up on Twitter, so you guys can use the official Twitter app, which now has 280 characters, so you can vote in our polls. And this is going to be our first live tweet with 280 characters. So,
It's gonna be so much easier to keep
Oh
track.
my God, it's gonna be a hot mess. Is what it's gonna be. I'm
Way
excited.
up. I feel blessed. Oh my
Hello.
gosh.
yeah, so um, look out for the hashtag who you got, so you guys can vote via Twitter on who you think is going to win the matches this week during Survivor Series. So at this point, we've come to the end of our show. So we're going to open it up for shout outs and thank yous. And we're going to start with our guest, Miss Angelina, first.
I want to thank you for having me because I had a blast. I usually have great time on Twitter with y'all, but this was really fun, and I got to drink. Hello.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us. Like I said earlier to start the show, thank you for always supporting the hashtags and being a loyal member of the Glow.
Thank you.
Miss Didi Jonay, shout outs.
Shout out to Angelina because you are now officially part of the Glow
Yay!
team. Next time we have our when is that? We should be having another ladies' night song. I will be
Next
sure.
month.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm sure you will be invited onto that.
I'm
Shout
excited.
out to Mel because Mel still always good shout out. Shout out to Chairman Sam, Greg, current employees of the CSPN. Most importantly, shout out to Sophia. Sophia is a robot, and Sophia is going to kill us all. So until she does that, I just want to make sure that I'm in her good graces.
So you had to give it a shout out.
Listen, they asked Sophia, they were like, "Do you still want to kill all humans?" And she was like, "Look, I have grown from there, and I just want to do what I think is best for all humanity. So let's just move on." And I was like, "She still wants to kill us." So let me just say that I am here for you, Sophia.
Mm.
I don't want no problems. No problems.
That's
Throw
all.
her into my shout. Throw her into my shout outs too, just
Yeah.
in case I gotta get in her good
Listen,
graces.
I'm not adding nobody after Sophia. She needs to know that she is the alpha and the omega of my shout outs.
Just like Dee Dee said, I like to give a shout out to Sam, give a shout out to Greg, give a shout out to Classic for all the work he's going to do post production and to putting together the parting promos every week. Give a shout out to Mel and to Siege. Give a shout out to everybody here on the CSPN network, all the hosts who are creating shows. You guys check out Rock Solid Radio, our latest edition. Really good podcast, really funny. Like to give a shout out to The Glow and a special shout out to J to the Max during her thing, Miss International. So hopefully, by the time she hears this, she'll be back home safe and sound from France. So big shout out to
So she
her.
in France. She's so
Hmm.
fancy.
She
Hmm.
is so fancy. Shout out to Jupiter Julep, Queen Mel Mindy, and like I said, all the other members of the Glow. Like I said, the hashtags for this weekend on Friday, hashtag RetroCast, as we're going to watch some old war games. Saturday night, Cast Takeover will be the hashtag as we watch NXT Takeover. And then on Sunday, you have, of course, Say No to Free Shows, and also hashtag Survivor Cast Matters for our live tweet on Sunday. So can't wait to see everybody's tweets and, you know, everybody have a good time. And hopefully I'll win Who You Got again. I kind of like winning that. It's good for my ego.
So modest.
So for our special guest, Angelina, and my SmackDown Matters correspondent, Miss Didi Jonay, I'm Don Delarente. This has been episode 160 of the WrassleCast. Stay tuned for the parting promo.
Yeah, man, you just gotta watch out for Sophia though.
I saw like a clip of it, like